You are starving yourself for love because you believe the world is a desert. You are clutching onto a toxic relationship like it's the last drop of water on earth, while a literal oasis is waiting just over the hill. I'm Amelia. Let's talk about that anxious feeling when it comes to dating and relationships. That feeling of needing to constantly check your phone, waiting for their text. The fear that if you say the wrong thing, they'll lose interest. The tendency to tolerate behavior you know is wrong, simply because you are terrified of being alone. The feeling that you have to perform, to prove your worth, to earn their love. Where does this deep, pervasive anxiety come from? It comes from a hidden operating system that is running your love life, a system you likely don't even know is there. It's called a scarcity mindset. It is the deep-seated, subconscious belief that love is a rare, limited resource. It's the fear that there aren't enough good partners to go around, and that if you lose this one, you might never find another. When you believe love is scarce, you start negotiating against yourself. You tolerate behavior you'd never accept if you truly believed you could walk away and still be okay. The scarcity mindset doesn't just limit your options, it distorts your perception. You start confusing intensity with connection, anxiety with passion, and crumbs of attention with genuine care. It's not that good love doesn't exist. It's that fear makes you blind to it. Today, we are going to expose this fear-based mindset. We'll understand how it forces you to act in needy, anxious ways that ironically push love away. And I'll show you how to consciously shift to an abundance mindset, the powerful, magnetic state of being that attracts healthy love from a place of wholeness, not of fear. To understand the scarcity mindset, picture someone lost in a desert, desperately clutching a small, half-empty cup of dirty water. They are so terrified of spilling a single drop, so obsessed with protecting what little they have, that they cannot lift their head to see the lush green oasis just over the next sand dune. In love, a person with a scarcity mindset does the same. They find one person who shows them a little attention, and they cling to them for dear life, even if the relationship is toxic or unfulfilling. Scarcity makes you cling, but it also makes you small. You stop being curious, playful, and open, all the qualities that make love grow. You start performing instead of connecting, measuring every word, terrified of saying or doing the wrong thing. Ironically, the very fear of losing love makes you less lovable, because authenticity can't breathe where fear lives. This mindset drives almost every dysfunctional behavior in dating: neediness and clinging. You text too much, you need constant reassurance, because you're terrified they will disappear and your only source of water will be gone. Jealousy and possessiveness. You see every other person as a threat to your limited resource. Tolerating bad behavior. You accept crumbs of affection because you believe that crumbs are all you deserve and that leaving means starving, staying in dead-end relationships. You're afraid to leave because you don't want to waste the years you've already invested, a classic sunk cost fallacy, fueled by the fear that you won't find anything better. The antidote to this is the abundance mindset. If the person with a scarcity mindset is the thirsty traveler, the person with an abundance mindset is the oasis. They are not looking for someone to save them from thirst. They are already full of their own water, and they are looking for someone wonderful to share it with. When you live from abundance, you stop asking, "Who will love me?" and start asking, "Who do I want to love?" You stop scanning the world for someone to complete you and start radiating a calm confidence that draws the right people in. People can feel when you're not desperate. It's magnetic. You become the safe space others crave, not because you chase them, but because you no longer need to. The core beliefs of an abundance mindset are: I am whole and complete on my own. A partner is a wonderful addition to my life, not the center of it. My happiness is my own responsibility. There are millions of wonderful potential partners in the world. A rejection is not a verdict on my worth. It is simply a sign of incompatibility. It's data, not a judgment. A person with an abundance mindset operates from a place of confidence and calm. They don't chase, they attract. So, how do we cultivate this powerful state of being? Step 1. Become your own source. This is the most important step. You must stop looking for a relationship to be the source of your happiness, validation, and sense of self-worth. You must build a life that you love, by yourself, for yourself. The action plan. Actively and passionately invest in your own wells. What are they? Your friendships, your career, your hobbies, your physical and mental health, your purpose. Create a life so rich and fulfilling that a partner becomes a wonderful co-star in your amazing movie, not the lead actor you're desperately hoping will save the plot. When you are your own source of happiness, you stop being needy and you start being magnetic. Step 2. Practice detached generosity. A scarcity mindset is transactional. I will do this for you so that you will give me love. An abundance mindset is generous. It gives freely, without a desperate need for a specific outcome. The action plan. Practice giving from a place of fullness, not of need. Send a kind text because you want to, not because you are anxious for a reply. Then, put your phone down and go live your life. You are not waiting for a response. You are giving a gift. If they respond, wonderful. If they don't, your happiness for the day is not affected, because it comes from your own source. This non-needy energy is incredibly attractive. Step 3. Train your brain to see possibility. A scarcity mindset is a self-fulfilling prophecy. You believe there are no good partners, so you only notice the bad ones, or you sabotage the good ones with your fear. You must consciously retrain your brain to see evidence of abundance. The action plan. Make a daily practice of noticing love and connection around you. Notice the happy elderly couple holding hands. Acknowledge the kindness of a stranger. Appreciate the love you have with your friends and family. By consciously focusing on the presence of love and kindness in the world, you retrain your brain to believe in its possibility for you. You are shifting your filter from what's missing to what's possible. You attract not what you want, but what you subconsciously believe you deserve. If you believe love is scarce and you are not enough, you will attract relationships that confirm this fear. Stop acting like a beggar, desperately hoping for a few crumbs of affection. Start acting like the sovereign ruler of your own abundant kingdom. Cultivate your own gardens, fill your own wells with passion and purpose, and build a life that makes you happy. When you operate from this place of wholeness, confidence, and self-love, a miraculous thing happens. You stop chasing love, and love starts finding you. Abundance isn't about pretending you don't need anyone. It's about knowing you already have everything you need to be whole. And from that fullness, you choose who you let in. Love becomes an addition, not a rescue. When you stop searching for someone to complete you, you attract someone who complements you. That's when relationships stop being survival and start being creation. True abundance in love is quiet. It doesn't chase, it doesn't beg, and it doesn't perform. It simply is. You stop measuring your worth by who stays or leaves and start valuing the peace that comes from alignment, not attachment. What is one thing you can do this week to invest in your own well? Share it in the comments. And if you're ready to shift your mindset from scarcity to abundance, make sure you subscribe.